Hello, kitty kitty. Let's go down to the garage for a minute. Yes, I it's rained all day. First time it rained for almost 2 months. But anyway, I've been oh too self I guess too self conscientious about too many different things this week and last week. Got knocked down a couple times on different things. So anyway, I've been kind of quiet, but anyway, I'm sort of cheering up a little bit now. It's cold out. It's like 5 degrees. Rain let up for a minute. My parts came in. Anyway, these are the the new bearings that somebody else put in. They feel absolutely perfect, and they're this is my original hub, and the bearings feel absolutely perfect. And anyway, my new parts came in, and the when I put this new axle right here in those bearings, it fits tight. Like, it takes two hands to sort of even semi push it together, and two hands to pull it back apart. So, and there's of course the new nut. But anyway, that's well, I'm not sure if I really need to put my new bearings in, where those are basically unused bearings. Maybe if I put like clean it up good and put some green Loctite on the shaft as I press it together, maybe that'll guarantee that I got a tight fit. But these bearings, they feel just like brand new. Matter of fact, they are brand new. They're polished up a little bit, but from everything rubbing on them. But I don't think they wore. So, hello, cat. But I haven't got it together yet. I'm just like, as I said, if I pull them out and put new ones in, I don't know if I'm getting any better, if it's going to be any better, because they fit tight, and I don't think they press in there too awful tight in the middle. I think the outside edge presses in tighter than it does on the shaft. But I'm not really a machinist, not overly qualified or knowledgeable. But anyway, I did put another coat on this, and I still have some seam seal, and that's hardening up quite nice. So I'm going to put a little bit more on, because the stuff doesn't like going on very thick. I'm not overly fussy, but I still have one tube, and I haven't been too busy the last few days, mowing and sleeping and thinking and planning, but not really doing too much. But anyway, there's my carburetor thing. This came off a 60 Studebaker. It's just sitting there because it has the same bolt pattern. I don't plan on using it. Put that there. But anyway, that's another whole entire reality is what that is. Like, it right from the get-go, like before it even got here, it's an entire it's like buying another farm, if you know what I mean. Like, the ordeal of Chad getting this and getting it here. Now I have it, and rebuilding carbs and hooking everything up, taking that car, taking everything off and putting this on that car and getting it running and making it work right, is almost as much work in a way, as building the whole car to work out the bugs. But anyway, it's poor little kitty. And I got I borrowed half a barrel or half a bucket of non-drip black gooey undercoating that after a while it dries on the surface, and it's pretty good stuff. It's the stuff that you buy at the auto store, I guess, but it sprays on. But I was told, don't put it on everything underneath the car until I'm done. Like, run your gas line, make all your adjustments, bleed your brakes, like do everything you possibly can underneath, because if you don't, you're going to be covered with this stuff. If you have to go in underneath, work on something, like if I go and spray it all underneath and then I run my gas line, I'll be totally covered. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm not sure if I want to show you the label, so I'm just going to show you real quick. But anyway, right there on top, there you see that gallon container right there. Well, that's creep undercoating. Sort of like penetrating oil, but it's creep undercoating. And I sprayed it in the quarter panels or inside the box on the Studebaker truck when I was putting it together, on surface rust up in between the two panels. And I just went up and just sprayed, like with a spray bomb, the same stuff, a bunch of S's everywhere, quite a bit, like I used the can spraying in the box on both sides, like quite a bit of area, but I didn't cover it that good. I just, sprayed it in there, and it chemically covered 100% inside that panel. Now, it does not penetrate rust. It covers rust and keeps the weather away from it. And 5, 6 years later, you go in underneath that car, or 10 years later now, with a flashlight, and you look at the rust, and you can tell something's on it. Like it's kind of like a chemical that covers molecule to molecule, like it covers 100% the rust. Like it just changes the dry rust look to a slightly oily look, but dry. But the only thing with that stuff is weather or dirt or wiping it or underneath the car, it wears off. It can't handle any road dirt. Like anything that hits it, it comes right off. But up inside a panel, it lasts like 10 years and it covers, and it's not gooey at all. So I'm going to put that in the gun and spray everything underneath that Oldsmobile with it. And at least it'll get its first coat of creep undercoating that'll get everywhere while I finish up my dirty work of getting everything kind of hooked up and working. And let me see. Then after I am satisfied that everything is working and I'm not going to spend too much time underneath the car, that's when I'll spray the black gooey stuff on the frame and the inner fenders and spray it inside the sills and like really soak it down, and then drive in the dust and try to get a little bit of dust on it so it doesn't drip on my cat that runs in underneath the edge of the car. But anyway, like all week, I've been kind of lost on work because I've been overwhelmed. And now all week I've been kind of shy on words. So I've been just hibernating. But I plan on getting back to business here. Well, tomorrow, but I'm not going to rush straight into everything and try to wrap things up, like especially on the Ferrari. I'm going to ask around a little bit and make a couple checks. Like I had to make sure that that new axle will go in those new bearings that are already in there, as tight as necessary, or should I pull those bearings out that feel perfectly good and put in new ones? Just like technically, you know, um, it's a lot of money, and I have the bearings in the box, but but anyway, that's not today, and I'm not going to rush. I'm not going to put it together until I'm quite sure everything's going to be good, and maybe even have somebody tell me that knows a little more about it than I do. But anyway, I'll let you guys go. Good night.